I from the Fullstack.net team. I am one of the tech leads in Fullstack.net team. My name is Jihangir, G in short, and I will talk about our tech strategy a little bit today. First of all, what Fullstack.net team does, like we are more focused on the backend services. So this means like security is one of the most important for us because we keep all the public resources and everything that is practically in cloud is in our control, in our company. So security is always the first thing that we focus on, and like this year's tech strategy will be a lot about that too. So the first and most important thing is security baseline. And then comes resilience, operational excellence, and last but not least, performance. These are the most important things for us, and most of our titles will be focusing on this. And also, we are always looking for ways to increase our productivity as well. So we have some titles related to this too. As the Fullstack.net team, we are more focused on backend services. We are focused on cloud infrastructure and CI/CD pipelines. So like we do front-end work as well, but our main focus is more on the cloud and backend services part. And this means we keep all the valuable data, and we are responsible for delivering this data in the most efficient way. And when it comes to public resources, first comes security. So because of that, security baseline is actually our first important title in our tech strategy. And then we will talk about things like service quality, which includes concepts like resilience and availability, service level agreements, and then last but not least comes performance, because we have to effectively deliver the data. And resilience is particularly important for us because usually in Appsfactory projects, our part is the foundation bricks of any product. So when the backend fails actually, or has any disturbance, all users and all products are affected. So we always have to keep in good shape all our systems. Security baseline also includes access management for our public resources, so our developers' rights for accessing production systems and things like that. And we always have to keep this in a maintainable structure. So we want to make sure that our security infrastructure is manageable from a centralized point of view. Actually, this very well combines with the second title, which is Azure Landing Zones. Because Azure Landing Zones is a new term for many, so I recommend doing some reading about it over the internet. And it's a framework for different building blocks to enable to create your applications and workloads on the cloud and manage them efficiently with centralized policies. So this means, like, from a centralized point of view, you can manage all the access levels, you can put some policies to prevent harmful actions from the beginning, and make sure that you keep an eye on everything. So everything is like in line with the policies that you create with Azure Landing Zones framework. So this will be also a very important part in our security baseline. So we are introducing Azure Landing Zones for some time already. This was a task that was going on for some time, but the fruits of this studies will come to live very soon. So we will see policies and Azure Landing Zones very often starting from this year. With Azure Landing Zones, for example, you want to make sure you deploy your cloud services in a secure manner and comply with industry and governmental rules and regulations. Questions about availability and cost optimization need to be raised. And finally, you need to consider best practices and governance. And this is a tool, a framework, a set of tools which helps us manage all these goals in a very organized manner. quality gateways is an attempt to increase our general product quality, and this also complies with our resilience goals. One of the most important topics again in this year's tech strategy, and the most important thing for this part is static code analysis. So we are using Sonar Cloud for our code analysis, but it's not currently applied in all our products, to be honest. But this year we want to make sure that Sonar Cloud is set up in all our projects and static code analysis is done, and our code is first of all safe, and second, following the best practices and performant at the same time, which comes as a result of the first two actually. Quality gateways will be in our lives more and more, and actually we will be in close communication with the QA department for achieving these goals too. And later we will mention a few subtitles about this one too in this year's tech strategy. The next one I can mention is Appsfactory modules. By modules we mean these shared modules for simplifying common tasks in our code and also in our CI/CD pipelines, and also infrastructure as code creation. So we want to centralize common tasks, create libraries and share these libraries using Azure DevOps, and making sure that we don't repeat every single task over and over again in our code. So we will put some effort to find these common things that is needed in every project, and we will create modules which can be shared between projects for this. So we will increase our productivity this way. Next topic is CMS, and particularly branded CMS, Umbraco CMS. Umbraco CMS is a highly customizable open source .NET content management system. Our goal with this is it will speed up our enterprise level for development time, and it is bundled with many common features needed in most CMS solutions. And as you know, we are doing CMS systems for many, but we want to speed up in providing high quality CMS systems which satisfies the customers. And during our researches, we came across Umbraco, and we actually have a gold partnership with them now. So we have enterprise level support from them. And also we started using it in our projects already. There is nothing in production yet, but by the end of this year, we will have many production projects which uses Umbraco CMS as the base for content management. And because of its highly customizable nature and it being in .NET, we will have a lot of custom solutions for customer needs, and we are hoping that it will be a very fruitful cooperation between Umbraco and us. Next topic in our tech strategy is Azure cost optimization. As you all know, like background resources, cloud resources, when they are running, they incur costs, and these costs can be high in some certain cases. So actually there are many cases that this cost can be optimized and reduced. And one important thing that will help us with cost optimization here again is that we mentioned Azure landing zones and policies. So policies also help us to have a better governance over costs. And also we will review our existing projects infrastructures, and we'll do cleaning and optimization a little bit more. So we will spend some time for this. Also, we might consider reserved instances in Azure to reduce the costs for long-running projects and like loyal customers. And there will be probably more enterprise agreements with Google Cloud Platform or Cloudflare. We are considering all these options, and like there are open topics continuing with all of these. So we are planning to reduce our costs while we are keeping our operational excellence at the same time. Next title is static code analysis. We already mentioned this in quality gateways, and the keyword here is Sonar Cloud, first of all. It will become a mandatory part of our all pipelines from now on, and we will make sure that our code is safe, secure, and following best practices. And also we will consider other static code analysis tools and make sure that our code, even in the low level, is at its best. Another goal this year is aggregating our monitoring and alerting systems. Actually, our goal is to come up with a centralized, it can be business unit or company-wide, monitoring and alerting system which contributes to our resilience goals, resilience increasing efforts. So we can be more confident when we are offering SLAs, service level agreements, to our clients, and we can make sure that when there is an incident, we are the first ones to know it, and we are the first ones to respond before the client even realizes that there is an issue. So we will definitely improve this topic, and it's one of the most important actually in our tech strategy this year. Another topic is multi-cloud. We can already consider ourselves experts in Azure. We are pretty good at creating solutions in Azure, and we have some considerable experience with Cloudflare Edge Computing and also GCP. And what we want to do is we want to increase our expertise level in GCP and Cloudflare Edge. And also, most probably, we will have AWS, Amazon Web Services, more and more in our projects very soon, thanks to our new Director of Engineering. He has a very good background in AWS services, so we will be able to say that we are really a multi-cloud company, and actually we will also modify all our code base, pipelines, and all our solutions to support not just Azure, but other cloud providers as well. While we are going multi-cloud, of course, we will continue improving our main cloud provider services, Azure Stack as well. Microsoft is adding new services all the time to Azure, and I can proudly say that we are quite good at starting using them as soon as possible when they are stable, and we have a lot of projects which are running on relatively new services from Azure, and we will continue doing this. This is one of our focus points. For example, we will start using more and more Azure Container Apps, which is relatively new technology from Microsoft. It lets you build microservices with full support for distributed application runtime, and they scale dynamically based on HTTP traffic or events powered by Kubernetes event-driven auto-scaling. So it's practically like a fully managed Kubernetes engine, and we are dropping using Azure Container Instances. So like old technology goes away and the new technology is welcome. Another very important thing for our strategy goals this year is testing. We want to increase our product quality, and one of the most important tools for increasing quality and resilience is testing, of course. So we have 3 titles for testing this year. I will start with contract testing. Contract testing is a methodology for ensuring that 2 separate systems are compatible with each other and that they can communicate with each other. And it captures the interactions that are exchanged between each service, stores them in a contract, and then the methodology uses this contract to verify that both parties adhere to it. It's particularly important for third-party integrations or microservices. And what we are doing currently is we are investigating the tooling around it. This is very important for our resilience concept to increase our product quality. And also we are, of course, talking with our QA team to make this standard methodology in Appsfactory to make sure that all our products run at best all the time. Second important topic for testing is load testing. So in this one, we already have some applications which we use load testing, but they differ from each other. So we don't have like very clear guidelines until now, but we know how to do load tests and stuff. So what we want to do is we are again exploring the tooling, and we want to have centralized guidelines about load testing. Load testing is very important because we want to ensure that our systems can handle especially the spikes that occur after push notifications, for example. Like all these spikes are very hard to handle, and we want to just make sure that under any condition, even if there is a very important news and there is like a very heavy traffic in less than a minute, we still want to make sure our systems keep their speed and like we are still in like 2-digit milliseconds range in responses to make sure that everything runs smooth. And we will use load testing guidelines to make sure that this is the case for all our projects. The third testing point is more about security. It's pen testing, in short, penetration testing. So we want to make sure our products are at the top level security as well. And we are also investigating tooling around this, and also methodologies, like how should we get it from a third-party provider, or should we like create our own resources in Appsfactory to ensure that our products are safe. These are still open discussions, but we will make sure that our products are super safe by adding penetration testing to our guidelines and also our pipelines, our daily work. So this will be a topic that we make sure before the end of year as well. And the last but not least topic is AI coding assistance. Actually, in my opinion, this is the most fun topic because like the technology around this and the tooling is getting better and better, and it's so much fun to give these tools a try. And we are currently looking for ways to improve our productivity and code quality using AI coding assistance. So the main topics are: how can AI support our developers? What are the risks? Like we have to consider this as well. Like we have to always consider privacy, for example, because when we use AI services, usually we have to share the code with third parties as well. We are also investigating the costs, of course, but also like we can have benefits like AI generated testing, for example, which provides a very easy way to increase our test coverage using AI. And we are currently evaluating different solutions like GitHub Copilot, Tab9, and tools like that. So by the end of this year, we want to have some tooling around AI coding assistant, and we want to increase our productivity through this. That was all the titles for our tech strategy, but of course, these all goals can be achieved by somebody doing it. So the most important thing for us is our team members and also our cooperation with the other teams. And we are currently around 40 developers, and we hope that this number will grow at the end of 2023. Like together with the company, we grow as well, and we have more manpower to achieve better products, more resilient services, more actually, like as I have mentioned at the beginning, like security, resilience, and performance are the top 3 concerns this year. So with help of our team, I'm quite sure that all our products will be more resilient, more secure, and more performant. And hopefully, we will have a bigger team even than now.